Other one, just so everyone stays clear, after I, sign off, whatever, stay tuned for like at least another 20 seconds, and that way you can get a little preview. Well, not preview, but a little something right after. But thank you, everyone, and enjoy the review. Oh, well, my name's Fox Ride, so big and Fox, and welcome to another Adventure Time vlog episode review. Still got the... Where did I put them? There they are. That's where I got bit. Yeah. So I got the vampire marks. Got Scarlet. Reversing camera. Scarlet and Ira. Scarlet actually is canon name. Ira, just named her. But this was the last two episodes of the Marceline slash Adventure, well, the Marceline miniseries, Adventure Time Stakes, which these were episodes Checkmate and the Dark Cloud. Which in these episodes, Marceline turns into Ryoka slash Senketsu. Kinda. She becomes the stars. But, also her heart talks. But I'll get to that. That's at the end. But, let me just go put these over there. Let me go and close this. That way I'm looking directly at you guys. But we continued. Let me see. Where did we last leave off? They just killed all the bad guys. We opened with Peppermint Butler writing his diary. I'm gonna say diary. He was saying, "Oh my gosh, I love the Vampire King. I've read so much about him. Man, I would die to see him. Actually, I think I might die if I ever see him." And by saying that, there's also a few references in here. I gotta remember them, but Jake comes in, knocks on the door, and I first thought the Vampire King was gonna be there, but it's Jake. So, Jake's like, "Hey, Peppermint, I came for the basket," and Peppermint's like, "Oh, here you go. Jake, do you think you can have the Vampire King sign something for me?" And Jake's like, "No, that's weird. No." He just walks away with the basket. Which, okay, and then it continues on. Marceline and Peebles are doing bat aerobics, which is just like jumping bats or jumping bats. Yeah, where they're just doing like jumping jacks. Peebles is counting in German for some reason. She's counting in German, and Marceline is just screwing around with her transforming powers, giving herself bat ears and bat wings while she's doing these. And then after that, if I remember correctly, Finn's working on a super steak, which it just looks like he's working on a regular steak. Then you pan out, and it's a freaking tree that he's sharpened all the edges into steaks. I'm like, that's funny. But, so he does that. So they're doing that. I forgot what breaks up. I think it was Jake coming in, or Marceline and people were talking. I forgot which one. I think Jake came in saying he has the basket of food. A basket, we don't know it's food yet, but, I told you. So, that happens. Again, I do like these episodes, if I didn't say before. People's like, "Aw, I messed up counting." Oh, Marceline also says that her stomach's been hurting, that there's a pain there. She's like, "I don't know what this pain is." And, I think it's love. Or something, I think, they don't, Peoples doesn't know, and, Marceline's like, "I think it's love." Which, I'm pretty sure, by this point, Peebles / Marceline is canon. I'm pretty sure from the last few episodes, I'm pretty sure it's freaking canon. So I wonder what's going to happen with that, because apparently there's a whole uproar about the thing about Peebles and Marceline with the shared shirts. So I wonder what the fudge is going to happen now. But, if you love who you love, and Peebles and Marceline, I could definitely see. But, so those two stop, and when Jake flips over the basket and shows all the food, he's like, "Oh, I'm hungry." She goes to eat. Also, they were talking about the Vampire King saying he's the last one, and while they're eating, Marceline goes, "Oh, and there's a whole pile of food, and by like, and Marceline just goes, he just throws them all in her mouth and just starts eating it all. Because I'm guessing as a vampire, she can't really eat that much other things. Which, if I remember correctly, I don't think you ever really see her eat anything else other than red. So that makes sense. So she eats all that. She eats like sushi and all that crap. I'm like, man, this is making me hungry. So they're talking and they're saying like, well, the Vampire King's the last vampire. So do we just kill? So then, how are we gonna find him? And then in a flash of light, you do not need to find him, for I will find you. And the Vampire King appears, which I love this freaking character. This character was funny. The Vampire King appears with his cow sidekick at this point. Although the cow doesn't say anything in this episode, I believe. And basically this then goes into a fight scene where Marceline and Finn and Peebles are attacking the Vampire King. They're fighting. They're going to attack the Vampire King. The Vampire King's, Marceline, I just want to talk. I don't want to fight. And he keeps trying to tell them he doesn't want to fight. And I'm thinking, just talk to him, dang it. But again, yeah, I guess they could think that he's probably going to pull a trick on them. So they're like, no! And they're fighting. They're fighting multiple times. Multiple times, the Vampire King stops Marceline, or stops Finn and Jake from stabbing him. And he tries to talk to him, and then one of them kicks them or hits them or shoots us at him. And then at one point, Finn just keeps trying to stab him, which is hilarious. And then Finn's like, finally at one point they kind of calm down a bit, and then Finn's like, and then Vampire King's like, I need to talk. And Finn's like, ha! And he tries to stab him. The Vampire King just grabs it, which also he's been using psychic abilities where he's been grabbing the spear and just throwing it away. But he grabs the stake sword, and Finn's like, oh, okay. And he grabs Finn and holds him up, and just holds him up to the neck with his hood down. So it's like the second time we've seen his long hair in this one. He's like, I could so easily drink your blood and everything. The thirst is so quenching, but I'm not going to do that. So then Marceline goes up, and then Finn drops Finn. The Vampire King drops Finn, and the Vampire King goes, Marceline, I want the vampire to be taken out of me. I want all the vampire essence out of my blood. I don't want to become a vampire anymore. Please. And he goes down like kind of like on his knees, but face to the ground, arms behind his head, and arms behind his back, and like his head to the ground. And it's funny because then Marceline just straight up wants to murder him because she tries to every time she can, and then she tries to stab the Vampire King. But then Finn jumps in front of him, and Mar's like, get out of the way, Finn! Also, I kind of like how when her eyes get like that bat-like. And also, apparently that bat nose is natural for her, I believe. That or just because of her transforming powers that she does that. Because her nose turns like that multiple times. But, so Finn's like, no! It's against my code to kill an enemy who's, butt is to the sky. Because his butt is to the sky. And Marceline just thinks that's freaking stupid. Something like that. And also, apparently that's a lesson in the Enchiridion. That's just not like something he came up for. That's actually something in the Enchiridion. So, but then at that point, then the Vampire King grabs Marceline, flies up in the sky, drops her so they can talk while in air. Marceline's still trying to attack him, and the Vampire King saying, why are you doing this, Marceline? You've lived for hundreds and hundreds of years. What have you learned since then? And Marceline said that basically the world will repeat itself, and no one lives long enough to be able to learn to see that everything keeps repeating itself. No one lives long enough to be able to learn from their mistakes, to learn from the world's mistakes. And Marceline, but still tries to kill the Vampire King, and at one point, the Vampire King, I believe, uses his psychic powers. I believe he summons even water. Sends Marceline back and goes, Marceline, your faith in this wheel. Marceline. Wait, no. Vampire King first says, "What do you think would happen if someone could stop that? Could stop could stop the repetition?" And she says, "Well, that's like a black void. No one knows." He was like, but I know, and I'm not a hamster on a wheel to spin around forever. And then he starts ripping off his clothing. He rips off his jacket first, his suit, his top suit. He's like, oh, and he's freaking ripped, of course. And he's, I am the Vampire King. You Vampire Queen, must learn to not be stuck on the wheel. Learn to control your fate. And he's like controlling water and stuff, standing on top of it. And he's like, I am ablaze. I'm like, no, that's water, not fire. He's like, I am ablaze. Destiny cannot touch me. And he's just like, and then he rips off his pants, showing his tighty whities, his underwear, and then, which then I think, well, clothing formed from the black goop beforehand, so whatever. I am the god of this. I am this. He falls into this cloud of water, which I believe Marston actually did kick him into before he started going on his monologue. And then he goes, I will rule. I will save this world. I will stop this stuff from happening. I want to be free of this curse, and da 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 da. And Marcelin's like, fine, dude, stop being dramatic. And fine, we'll stop. We'll help you. Okay, good. So they float down. Finn tries to stab him. The Vampire King grabs the stake sword again. He's like, oh, okay. And Marston's like, it's okay. We're gonna stop it. We're gonna take the goop out of him. And so they're like, oh, okay. Oh, all right. So while they're walking back towards the house, Finn and Jake start doing a secret message where it's a form of and mixed with actual farts. They're doing like this entire thing, like saying, if he tries anything, we're gonna set the vampire thing up to full blast and cook him and the de-vampirizer and then turn him into dust. And like that's what they're saying. And then people's afterwards like going, but doing the message saying the fart sign language is only for emergencies only. Stop doing it. Then it pans away, because it's been, like, on Finn when he's talking, on Jake when he's talking, on Peebles when she's talking, and then it pans back, and it's the Vampire King and Marsley holding their nose. I'm like, that's funny. It's a quiet little joke. It's a nice little joke to where, like, yeah, they're farting. So, also, Peebles does fart in this, because there's a point where you hear on her, and you don't see her mouth move or anything, so I'm assuming she did fart. Which is just funny, though, seeing Marsley and the Vampire King both holding their noses. Like, you guys are freaking... Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? So, they go into the house. Pepper and Butler spazzing the fudge out, thinking in his mind, oh my gosh, I gotta talk to the Vampire King. I gotta talk to the Vampire King. I gotta tell him to sign my book. They go into the de-vampirizer, and the Vampire King gets locked in to the iron lung de-vampirizer, and Pepper and Butler's like, no! Now we can't sign my book. And then inside Pepper and Butler's mind, the Vampire King's like, hey Pep, I can hear your voice. Check inside your book. Pepper and Butler looks inside the book and is like, oh, a psychic signing? Thank you. Okay. And then they close it and they start the de-vampirizer thing. Same thing happens as last time, light shining, whatever. Also, he does this with the cow with him, so they can devamp the cow. So lights and everything. The goop is inside a bucket, and then they open up the de-vampirizer because his head's not longer on the part where like his head would show. They open it up, and inside is apparently the Vampire King's true form. A lion, which, okay, he did look like a lion. He's apparently Aslan. And he also had, like, a cow with him. So, okay, I was thinking, like, are they trying to do something like the, again, holy symbol of a lion and a lamb, but it said it's a lion and a cow? I don't know, man, I'm looking too deep into this. But, so, that happened. That happens. And, as soon as they open it up and it's a lion, Marston goes, kitty! I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's pretty cute. A kitty. I'm like, that's pretty funny. I like that. I like that. And then they lock up the black goop, the vampire essence, inside a bucket. And the next scene, I guess the light shining effed up Peppermint Butler's eyes because he was blind for a little bit, and like they're trying to pour, and he's trying to pour milk for the now fully lion. He's now the Lion King. He's the Vampire King's as a lion, pouring milk for him in a saucer. Marceline's eating a waffle sandwich. Like I don't know what was in it, but it looked good. I'm like, I want that. That looks really good. I'm very hungry. But so wait, hold on. Let me just check to see how long this has been going. 15 minutes. Okay, not bad. So that happens, and then people ask Peppermint, "Are you okay with Are you okay? Can you see everything?" And Peppermint's like, "Oh, I'm fine, princess. I didn't. I trained my inner eye to see, so I'm good. I'm good." And people's like, "Okay, well, I need you to take this bucket of vampire essence, which is all inside like an actual, like it's in a bucket but with a seal now to keep the black goop from escaping." Peoples goes, "Well, take this and put it deep into the mine, somewhere very dark down there, so that no one else can get to it. This essence, if released, could be catastrophic." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And then I believe Peppermint Butler tries to grab it, but then accidentally flips, I believe, or so. Oh, he steps on the lion. He steps on the lions. Actually, now that I think about it, both Steven Universe and Adventure Time now have lion characters. Coincidence? Probably. Doubtful. I don't know. But they go with that. He steps on the lion goes, roar, hits Peppermint Butler. Peppermint Butler throws the bucket, and like, oh no! The bucket flies over Marceline, which I thought Marceline was like, because she was acting calm while she was eating her waffle sandwich. I'm thinking, okay, it's probably gonna go like, bing bong, and then Marceline's probably gonna catch it. Okay. It goes bing, bong, and then it flies, and then it goes towards Jake, and then it hits the ground, and then just rolls up to Jake while both Vin and Jake are sleeping, and they're like, whew. And then Jake turns around like, I love you, and he grabs the lid and opens it, and they're like, no! Nuclear explosion. Blows up the house, so F that freaking house. That's not going to be there anymore. That house explodes. And then the vampire essence forms into this giant lion cloud with two snake heads, which I believe that might actually be somewhat of a chimera. Which is basically what the lion vampire king was. So, and then the smoke monster heads off towards the Candy Kingdom, and then that's the end of that episode. I'm going to do, all my thoughts at the end, but because basically all one giant thing, but then after that, then commercial, next one. Everything's exploded. Peppermint Butler is now in pieces as Finn's trying to pick up the pieces, which I don't know why Finn and Jake weren't really hurt that bad. Well, I guess you could say Jake probably could have cushioned the blow for Finn, and Jake I don't really think can break bones since he's all rubbery, even though he can still get concussions. But he's picking up pieces of Peppermint Butler, and people's like, "Oh, don't worry, leave Peppermint Butler alone. He's fine. He always used to love me scattering him about. We used to have bigger problems to do." Oh, he says, he always loved being scattered around. And Peppermint Butler had one of the pieces, his mouth goes, "Lies!" I'm like, that's pretty funny. I really like that one. But, so that was explosion. Marceline's like, I guess she's just freaking fed up with this already. Because, I don't know. She was really fed up with this. And everyone's like, "Oh crap, we gotta go stop the Vampire King. Come on. We gotta go stop the vampire smoke." And Marcia's like, "What's the point? Like, all this is gonna happen." Which I guess I'm gonna say the reason why she was like that is probably because what the Vampire King said, that time just repeats itself over and over again, in a sense that, war, destruction, blah, blah, blah. Well, not blah, 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 but it continues on and on. And Marcelin's like, what's the point? I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired of fighting. I'm done fighting. I don't want to fight anymore. And the three are like, well, we have to fight. We have to do this. And Peebles goes off with her hover sofa. Okay, apparently she made her sofa into a hover. I'm going to go with a Doctor Who thing and say everyone gets bored. A lot of people get bored, and when you get bored, you do some stupid stuff. She made a hover sofa in her spare time. She gets on her hover sofa and flies off to try to fight the smoke monster. Finn and Finn's like, you coming, Marceline? You coming? Marceline just sits there, and Finn's like, all right, well, if you want to come, we're going to be fighting the giant smoke monster, trying to destroy everyone. And so they go off. Marceline just sits there. I'm pretty sure I put that a little bit out of order, but I'll continue on. Basically, the farm people are like, well, it's good that nothing bad's happening anymore. Giant smoke monster. Holy crap! All the people are being sucked into the freaking giant smoke monster as it's heading towards the Candy Kingdom. Peebles is flying through the smoke monster because they can't hurt it. They try attacking it. It's not doing anything. She flies through the smoke monster, grabbing people who's been sucked into it. The King of Oo inside of this castle is, I believe, not watching TV. He's in front of a fire. He wears tight whities too, because, okay. He's there like, oh, like that. The little Crunchy, the little cookie, he's tied up again on the mantle thing, but sideways above the fireplace. The banana guards are all in front, looking at the giant smoke monster coming. As is coming, the giant smoke monster is coming. The Fire Kingdom, that little fire guy, which, if I remember correctly, because I was watching an anime. I was watching an anime or a show that I saw someone similar to that. Like, I was looking at him like, he looks so freaking familiar. And I don't mean from Adventure Time. I mean, like, yeah, he looks familiar because I've seen him before. But he looks so... Oh! Never mind. I know what it is. But... So that little fire guy goes to Fire Kingdom, tells Princess... Fire Princess, there we go. Fire Princess and Cinnamon Bun about it. They go and they start shooting fire from the Fire Kingdom. Like, I believe even, like, the volcano from there that shoot fire at the smoke monster does nothing. The hot dog princess and her hot dog knights come. Oh, that was the joke I meant, that she sends her hot dog knights. The hot dog knights go shooting arrows at it, and then the giant smoke monster steps on them, steps on the hot dog knights, and then the foot comes off, and then they look like little octopuses moving around with legs. I'm like, ha, I get that reference, because if you don't know, in Japan, I believe, they have this thing where it's hot dog octopuses, where they cut it to where the top looks like an octopus. It's the regular hot dog, and then it comes out like an octopus. I'm like, ha, I get that reference. There was another one, too. But, so that happens. Everything's bad's happening. Marceline's sad, and she's like, what's the point of all this? It's just going to keep repeating. Everything's going to happen again and again. People fight, war, die, everything. And so Marceline then starts singing a song, which then I think comes in, he's like, ah, you heard my song? You remember my song? Which, I'm not sure, maybe that was a Simon thing, because I don't believe she was singing the Cheers one. I don't believe she was. So, there must have been a song that Simon must have sung. Unless that was a song that they wrote, but I doubt it. But they were singing, she was singing, and he's like, I'm tired, I'm done. He's like, what are you doing here, Simon? And Simon goes, well, I saw the mass destruction hysteria stuff from my spy hole, my spyglass on top of the thing. He's like, oh, you came to help? She's like, you came to help? Like, no, I felt left out. I just felt left out. So Ice King, and then Mars says, well, I'm done with this. I don't need to do this and stuff like that. And Ice King goes, well, that's okay. Both of you and me are cowards. Or something like, she's like, well, you and me are, he says, you and me are survivalists. We'll outlive everyone. We're like rats and cockroaches. We'll survive anything. And Marceline looks at him and goes, did you just call me a cockroach? And he goes, no. And Marceline smiles and goes, "Thanks, Simon. I guess that was a pick-me-up she needed." And she goes, "Thanks, Simon." Flies off. Then the giant smoke monster. They're trying to fight the giant smoke monster. Nothing's working. King Abu, Crunchy's like, "King Abu, maybe you should tell the banana guards to help and protect the kingdom." And King Abu's like, "You're right, Crunchy. I'll do that." He goes up to the window. He's like, "Hey, banana guards, you need to protect your kingdom. By that I mean me. Protect me. No one else. Close the gates. Keep everyone out." And the banana guards look up and see Princess Bubblegum flying. He's like, "She's pretty." And then turns the King of Boo's like, "You're not pretty. You're wax." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Okay." You're like, no, he goes, "You're earwax." Da 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 da. Then Crunchy suddenly gets the strength, busts out of the rope. He goes, "Ah!" Grabs the King of Boo and throws him into the freaking fire. Also, apparently his hair was fake. Throws him into the freaking fireplace. King of Boo melts. And then Crunchy's like, "Now the king will get the princess they deserve. And then on top of the castle, or was it the tree? It was either one. He's on top. He has the crown on his head, which I believe that one princess sleepover. Crunchy does try to become king and princess that way too. He has the King of Oo's robes on, Princess Bubblegum's crown, and has two banana guards as stilts. And he goes, "Now, my banana guards, fight for your princess!" And they go out to fight the giant smoke monster. Not gonna do jack. But then Marceline flies super fast, I believe she even does the whole wind pickup thing where she flies by and the wind catches up. But she's going super fast and she goes, "If Finn and Jake beat this monster first, I'm gonna poop my pants." Why? What? Why? Poop your pants out of anger? I don't know. Okay, so she goes and flies into the middle of the smoke monster and she flies into the middle of the smoke monster. Everyone's like, "Huh?" And Marceline goes, "Vampire King, are you here?" And she doesn't hear anything. She's like, "Vampire King." He's like, "Fine." She's saying that this is probably the Vampire King's main plan to do this. And so Marceline goes, "Vampire King, you here?" And she's like, "Fine." And then she starts glowing. She starts glowing. Her heart, you see her heart, and then it turns into freaking teeth, and like a circle with teeth, and it goes, and then it starts talking. It's like, "Boy, I'm famished," and starts sucking in all of the Vampire King's essence as it goes sucking in. But then right before it gets completely sucked in, because it then forms into a shape around Marceline. But right before it goes completely sucked in, it bites Marceline on the neck. Bites Marceline, and she goes, "Ah!" As it then, the rest of the black essence, which I'm guessing is basically all of the Vampire King's soul, gets sucked in, closes. Also, while this is happening, she turns into stardust. She turns into pure energy or something, because she turns bluish, then purplish, and with stars and stuff like that. It kind of reminds me of Ryoka when Kill La Kill when she transforms a bit. Although I believe she didn't really turn into all star, but that is what it reminded me of. She transformed into that, sucks it all in, then she transforms back, falls, lands on the grass, and then as she lands on the grass, the sunlight starts to burn her. I believe it was Jake who covers the blocks of sun from burning her. And then they were like, "Yeah, good job," and stuff. "Yeah, good job." And then it cuts to inside Marceline's house. Marceline's sitting down. Finn and Jake are talking about, I think, putting lipstick and stuff in the refrigerator for some reason. Oh, now it makes sense. I was wondering, they're saying, maybe we should fill this thing up full of lipstick and stuff like that. I'm like, sorry about that, but the one time that I have to do a cut, and it's not because I leave for go grab something. But, so they're sitting there. I was wondering, why are they talking about lipstick and stuff like that? And I remembered, oh, right, because she eats red right now. I'm an idiot. But, yeah, so that happens. with that, that happens, and then Marceline's like, no, and then people saying, well, after I upsert Crunchy so I can become princess again, you can stay at the castle, relax and stuff like that. And Marceline goes, no, it's fine. I think I need to spend a little time alone. And they're like, oh, okay, and they leave. Marceline starts playing her guitar a little bit, and then the Vampire King appears in little miniature form. And the Vampire King goes, well, Marceline, I think you did what you had to do or something like that. And Marceline goes, are you in my head now? And he's like, yeah, kinda. And he's like, well, I don't need you here, or like, you don't bother me. And then she sees and he's gone. And then starts playing her guitar and goes, let's go to the garden. Find someone waiting right there beside you. And I think it was Everything Stays the Same. Everything stays the same. I put. But so that happens, and like it's going while she's singing. You're going through the whole You're going through flashbacks and stuff like that. Things that have happened. Things that have happened. Well, some things like you see Marceline's mom and them singing again. You see what happens with the lion, with Adventure Time lion, because we have Steven Universe lion, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to see fan art of those two together now. Not together, but probably have like Marceline and Lion. Marceline and Adventure Time and Lion with Steven and Lion. That'd be funny. But so that all happens. So that's happening. You're going through all the different things. You're seeing I believe you're seeing about Peoples and all of them. You're going through all these things, and then it comes back to Marceline. She's done playing, and then it just ends. I believe that's how it ends, or it ends with Lion. And that was it. And then that was Marceline. That was Adventure Time Stakes, which I'm already 32 minutes, so whoopsie. But that was Adventure Time Stakes. Fun episode, really fun. I love this entire series. When this comes out on DVD, which it most likely will, when this comes out on DVD, I definitely want to buy it. Marceline probably, because now also she says that now she feels more quote unquote mature, which I guess called it. You gotta see my last episode, which I highly do, because I really liked everything. Well, I don't know if that's conceded, but I kind of liked me going through all that. Going through everything I thought about last episode, and that's the one I just want to watch. So sad. But that was Adventure Time Stakes, Marceline's own little mini series, which I loved. Marceline is one of my favorite characters. I don't want to compare it to it, and I don't want to I'm kind of sad because I'm like, oh, but we're not gonna get that much more we're going to get more Marceline with vampires. We're gonna get more. We're most likely gonna get more versus vampires. We're most likely gonna get more Marceline's backstory and stuff like that. But they do the whole little bit each as the series progresses. Which I'm not sure when the next Adventure Time episodes are going to come, so that kind of sucks. But Marceline, I feel kind of sad because it's not episodes centered around Marceline, and it kind of I don't want to bring it up, but it's like Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog, I like, and the game for Shadow the Hedgehog, I was freaking stoked. I play it. I do like the game. Is it the greatest game? Probably not. Do I love it? Oh, fudge, yes. You freaking play Shadow the freaking Hedgehog, and you play as in Sonic 06 you play as Sonic the Hedgehog, Shadow 2, and you actually get to control Chaos Spears, which is awesome. Greatest game probably not, and Stakes, but I don't want it to I don't really want. Sorry, but like I was saying, I don't want to compare it to the Shadow Hedgehog, because again, it's your favorite character. It's one of your favorite characters, and you see a few episodes dedicated to that character. So I'm yes, I love this. But then one, I said at the beginning, in the beginning of these vlogs, it's a Marceline show. It's Marceline show, this one, which is awesome. I like it. Would I want Marceline to get her own show? I really don't see what would be the difference, especially since Adventure Time really at this point is not even just Finn and Jake's show. It's Finn's show, Jake's show, Ice King's show, Marceline's show, Peebles' show. That's why it's no longer just that's why it's no longer Adventure Time with Finn and Jake. It's Adventure Time because it's everyone's. Though it would be kind of cool to see like Marceline, like maybe another part of the King of Ooh, but no. Stakes is pretty good. It kind of stinks though because now like I guess then like it kind of makes you like every time you see Marceline you're gonna be like yeah Marceline, but like it's like these are awesome and then Marceline's probably not gonna reappear for like the next few like episodes, maybe not even for the rest of the season. Which like okay I do love Adventure Time. It is an awesome show, but these I do kind of like with Marceline and stuff like that, and like they're kind of stoking the flame a little bit about Peebles and Marceline. That they're kind of that Marceline does love Peebles, and that she does love Peebles, or you know it's hinted at, but most likely that's the freaking thing. I wonder if like the creators like they read like that one thing like well maybe, or it could have been the plan all along. But either way, I do like it. Like Marceline actually has kind of a love interest. And I really don't, and unless they're gonna like keep going the show and like wait for Adventure Time for like Bubblegum to go with Finn, but like at this point I feel Bubblegum probably should go. I feel Marceline and Bubblegum are perfect for each other, especially since they're both immortals, which I guess Finn's reincarnation, so in some way he is immortal as well. But they're both immortals. They're going to live forever. And like Marceline, oh yeah, Marceline. There's even a scene where Marceline says, "Well, Peebles, well." PB, like, she talks about her dream about, like, that time she was going to die and the dream and stuff. And she says, well, since I'm a vampire again, it looks like you and me are going to be together till the ends of time or stuff like that. We're going to live on forever. And Bubblegum smiles and blushes. So, yes, Marceline and Peebles all the freaking way. Finn most likely will get with, if anything, if Finn does get with anyone, it's probably going to be Flame Princess, unless someone else is going to appear later on, but that's most likely how that's going to go. But, again, fun episodes. I did love this entire series. I love Marceline. It was cool seeing this again. It kind of stinks that, like, now Marceline's going to be... Like, now we also have... we have more Marceline's past. We have the thing about Simon's past, like I've been saying in the last few episodes. Sorry if feels like I'm repeating myself. Ice King last few episodes. We now have a little bit more about we have now that Marceline has this ability that where she sucks souls in with her heart. She's a vampire again. She's probably even stronger now, possibly because she absorbed the vampire essence itself instead of the vampire essence with the lion soul with it. So maybe it might become more potent. She might become a whole lot stronger, which would be awesome. Has Marceline showed psychic abilities? I can't remember. If she's shown psychic abilities. But then again, like I said, like it seems like her abilities are somewhat dampened or dampered. Like they're weaker than the ones that she took the powers from, or maybe she has to train at it more. Who knows? But these were fun episodes. Also, it kind of started going into a flashback with Peebles and Marceline at one point, and I'm like, and then like Marceline's like, no, I don't want to remember that. And I'm like, but I want to watch that. I want to see that. I want to see Peebles and Marceline together when they were friends. Well, they're always friends, but more when they were more friend, I guess. I don't know. But, again, fun episodes. I truly enjoyed them. It kind of stinks that Marceline's probably not going to be around. Not be around, but like she's not going to be somewhat of the main focus anymore. But it's alright. We have the whole thing about Marceline and the little vampire, the Vampire King in her head. So we'll probably have another story arc with that. But fun episodes. I have said multiple times, but fun episodes. I truly enjoyed these. I highly suggest checking them out for yourself. Are they like regular Adventure Time episodes? Probably not. Well, first two episodes are good. They're backstory ones, a little bit more serious. the other two apps, two after that, Empress Eyes and Vamps About. Those two episodes were more of a setup for everything that was going to happen for the rest of the series, and to give a little bit more of Simon's backstory when he was taken over by the Empress. The episodes after that go back more to the regular Adventure Time style with a lot more jokes, a few hidden references in there, a few more references in there. It was just really fun. I really enjoyed it. I cannot wait to see more. I want to see what's gonna happen with the Vampire King. I want to see what's gonna happen with Marceline. I want to see what happened with the humans. That's another story arc. What happened with the humans after Marceline left? Or I believe after Marceline got bit by the vampires. Are these the humans that went underground and then mutated and became fish people? Or is there possibly somewhere out into the ocean, maybe where Flapjack is? That's a pretty fun theory. Somewhere out in the ocean somewhere, or somewhere on this world that there's a colony of humans, possibly where Finn and his father came from, and of course his mother, wherever she is, wherever they came from, possibly that colony out there where they had those hats on. Possibly, those are possibly the beginning, like that. Those people on those boats are possibly that beginning of that. They probably could have found more humans because I think the genetic diversity is kind of low in that point, and I don't remember how many women there were. So the genetic diversity is kind of low there. But yeah, fun episodes. Can't wait to see more. Thank you everyone so much for watching these vlogs. I am going to continue doing these cartoon vlogs. I plan to do some more with Geis and Skolder later on. But for right now, we have what we have. We have these awesome episodes. Next paycheck or whenever it comes out, I'm going to buy the freaking episode. I'm gonna buy these freaking episodes in that freaking pack, and I'll be like, I really gotta buy all the seasons of Adventure Time, but I do want to buy the Marceline's Adventure Time steak ones. It's gonna be fun. I hope this all continues onward. Yes, Adventure Time is different at this point, which I address this now. I might make another video about it, but yes, Adventure Time is different right now. It's a lot calmer, a lot smoother. It's a lot calmer. It's not as energetic and stuff like that, I guess you could say. But it kind of feels similar to one of my favorite shows, Steven Universe. It's a little bit slower. There are the jokes, but again, the beginning was more catastrophic. Beginning adventure, catastrophic, insane, woo! Many arcing stories and stuff like that as it goes on. And then, like, as it keeps going, it's getting a little bit slower. It's getting, like, a little more solidified, which kind of like how Marceline, maturing, like, that's kind of how it feels like Adventure Time's going. It's kind of being a little bit more softer. There's still insanity and stuff like that, but it's still going, it might go a little bit slower, but it feels kind of nice, if only because we still get the silly, but then we also get, darker, we get some darker stories, which I'm not saying go dark with all stories like Nolan not Nolan Superman, which is not Nolan's Superman, but too dang dark. Give him some freaking lighter blue, dang it. But it's a little darker. It's a little bit slower, but we're getting a little bit more stories. We're getting a little bit more of these things going on as it continues, and I'm okay with this. Like I said, I do like these episodes. I do like these episodes. I do like. I keep saying that, but like they're like Marceline. I don't know how to say this. Marceline, I love Marceline. Her giving up. Her giving up is like at one point. I guess I take that as the stress of everything that's happening, but I do like this. I do like these episodes and stuff like that. Any little things that I gripe about is like again, like the 4 and 5, they're all right episodes. It was mostly just set up and give you a little bit more backstory and stuff like that. The episodes after that go out way more with a lot more jokes, way more funny stuff. a lot more, things happening. And I do like that. I like all these. They're all fun episodes. Highly suggest you check them out for yourself. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Check out more Adventure Time episodes. Check out other videos and stuff like that. Check out more videos in the comments below, in the description below. I had a lot of fun talking about these episodes, and it seems like a lot of people seem to like them because those are some of my most viewed videos, other than my Wander Over Yonder ones. But fun episodes. I truly enjoyed these. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Please check out my videos. Kind of sad that I don't know when the next Adventure Time episodes are going to come up, and it's sad again not to see Marceline not really be the main focus for a little bit, but it was pretty fun. Let me go ahead and move her about here. Either way, thank you everyone so much for watching. If you want to check out more videos that I've done, please click the links in the description below, and we will see you later. Oh, well, my name's Fox Rental. Again, I'm Fox. Before, because I know you just saw my review, but before you guys cut out, right after I finished recording the review, I went into the kitchen, and someone who lives in the same place I am living at this point had something in her hands, and I saw it, told her I'll buy it off her for $10, and this is going to be most likely the next review for Through the Dimensional Doors, Marceline and the Scream Queens. Fudge, yes!